Hi. So I'm going to read and say some rainbow reminders and magical messages I have mentioned before. They are some biblical education that I have remixed and mixed based on what I have access to. And biblical education, all the religions are 100% true, and the real laws and more are reminded there in a variety of books of knowledge, films, and in other ways like fashion, art, and etc. Like purity over perversion, justice over justify, fact versus fiction, reality versus fantasy, like whatever else not mentioned, there's lie detector test, and anything other than that, JCT Pop, Jesus Christ, the Prince of Peace. He is a character that comes out in the Holy Bible, the Picture Bible, and some other books of knowledge, and films, fashion, art, and etc. And I remixed a Holy Bible verse that is better recognized as John 10:14. I didn't include the original, but I put what I had remixed and mixed. JCT Pop, Jesus Christ, the Prince of Peace. During some freestyle praying is what I call it, whether it's arts and crafts or to some call it Bible study or whatever you want to call it. This is what he had told me, his version, and I remixed it into mine of how he says it. Not that I'm him, but I do talk to him and he talks to me, and this is what we came up with, aside from whoever else have collabed on what I'm about to say. Now just imagine I'm quoting JCT Pop, Jesus Christ, the Prince of Peace, only into how I ended up wording it. Says, again, John 10:14. This is not the original of what is usually seen in Holy Bible, but how I had rewrote it. I am many things: a shepherd, a qualified lord, biblical doctor, genius, that biblically educated and educational and more. I know my sheep, those lambs know me, poetically speaking and still talking in reality. The victims know what they are entitled to individually, like princes and princesses. Farewell to the peasants. There's more to my story in existence. Is there to yours? Again, that's a freestyle remix of the Holy Bible verse, a mix of John 10:14 by me, Rachel Michelle McLean, is the name on my birth certificate. Other names I go by are Christina Ballerina, Cavand, Fantasia, Loca Princessa, a princess of many names, etc. Baby girl Garnet, born January 15th, 1986, at 694 West Wilson Street in Costa Mesa, California, 92627. Biblically speaking, in the land of dreams, also known as Persia, California. Harper, different temporary and permanent titles, like whatever they may or might not be. So that's some repeated information I've already put out there. There is different versions of the Holy Bible, and there's picture Bibles for every religion and books of knowledge. They're all biblical history, biblical education, and I do recommend the picture form in movies and art, fashion, and etc. before just diving into the Holy Bible or the Quran. Just because you might have a better idea. I mean, you could still remix and mix and freestyle, but it's good to know the original story too. Whether it's you have access to that version where it really is that detailed or that accurate. Again, some are very poetic, sarcastic, and some are more blunt and upfront. So it just depends on what you have access to. I've looked into it since I was a little girl. A lot of these books leave out tons of details, but maybe that one was broken down also. I really don't know. I only know that when I do it, it's different. That's just my understanding. And again, my soul was made, and what comes along with the first deal, since I was created after Jesus Christ, the Prince of Peace, JCT Pop, I was informed that it's illegal to be friends or have friends unless you are friends truthfully with JCT Pop, Jesus Christ, the Prince of Peace first. And in order to do that is to be that 24/7. And then that comes along with the gods and goddesses. Anyone created before Jesus Christ, the Prince of Peace, that JCT Pop, is another story. And that's also mentioned in biblical education. Those of you who don't know Jesus Christ, the Prince of Peace, or JCT Pop, rather, he tells me that he walks with everyone individually. So when someone's multiplying, that he multiplies with each soul and walks with them poetically and gets to know everyone for the Lord's army. As a reminder, we are supposed to stop multiplying as humans and as animals for those that are an animal. And a lot of people try to manipulate what some religions are saying just because it's already happened. Criminals come out in several stories in the Holy Bible and the Quran and other books of knowledge and in general. And then so others, peasants, they're the ones justifying, saying, oh, well, Adam and Eve did it and so and so. Well, that's their sentence. That's the difference between being a victim and a victimizer. Justice is what needs to happen. And blah, 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 blah.